All right, let's move on. We've got our last segment for today. And again, just a reminder, if you guys are listening along on YouTube, watching us on the video format, please hit the subscribe button down below and subscribe, hit the bell, make sure you get notified when our new videos come up. We put new videos up every week, and click like on the video so more people can see it and share the good word. So we are going through, Cal, the hot waiver wire pickups. So these players are the highest added players over the last sort of 24 hours. And we're just going to mention what we think about them, whether I think they deserve this or whether or not they're a bit of a flash in the pan moving forward. So first name I'm going to throw at you, Cal, is Jaden McDaniels of the Minnesota Timberwolves. He looks like he's got the power forward spot locked up. What do you think about McDaniels?
He looks like he can get you some blocks, so that's valuable on the waiver wire. And the minutes are there, so that's the one thing I always look for.
Yes.
He played 38 minutes last game, 36 the game before that, and that's with Cat playing as well. They got a solid big man already in the rotation. This guy's also hitting the three. He got three threes, 2 and 2 of the past 3 games. So I think just a threes and blocks kind of guy, waiver wire, he's definitely worth an ad.
He's definitely a unique skill set, and just watching him play, he's so long, so lanky. Those blocks seem like they're sustainable, just particularly because he's got those minutes. Prior to sort of these last few games, it was him and Vanderbilt who had sort of been toing and froing with those minutes. So it looks like he's locked it up. They're going nowhere soon, the Minnesota Timberwolves. So I do think that he's probably someone who I think can sustain his value. So if you need those categories, blocks, I wouldn't get too excited about the threes. Maybe he might get 1.5 to 2 a game, and just a trickle of rebounds and steals. But I think, if you need those blocks and decent percentages, he's a good pickup and a speculative ad. Let's move on to the next one. Hamidou Diallo, now playing for the Detroit Pistons. Looks like he's pushed Josh Jackson out of the rotation. Put up a big game in his last game, which has obviously caused a lot of people to sort of want to add him to their side. What are your thoughts on Diallo?
I kind of watched him a little bit at OKC. I kind of like his game. He's a pretty aggressive kind of player. So if he gets minutes, he'll probably be okay. But I wouldn't expect the defensive stats he put up recently.
No.
So that'll fall off. Even the rebounds. He's not that guy. He's probably a tentative ad for me. I wouldn't be picking him up right now, but I'd give him my watch list.
Yeah, I agree. I want to see a little bit more from him. I mean, sure, he came out and put up 19 and 10. Yeah, but like you said, those 2 blocks, a steal. He shot 60% from the field. That's going to come down. So his points are going to come down. I think he's going to get some points, some rebounds, but maybe not a lot else, really. Nothing really to get excited about for me. He doesn't seem like he's got that skill set like McDaniels that will be valuable for any team moving forward. So, I'm lukewarm on him. I would want to see more games moving forward. All right, let's go on to the next guy. Had a big game today, Bogdan Bogdanovic. What are your thoughts on Bogey?
Look, I've always been a Bogey fan. It's just the minutes, and he got a lot of minutes today, and he got 4 steals, which I wouldn't put money on again.
No, I wouldn't either. Yeah,
but he's worth a roster spot. I don't know. Sweet Lou is now at Atlanta though, so
there's rumors about him not even playing though. I mean, I don't know. He flirted with the idea of retiring. I think I saw on Twitter, so I'm not too worried about Lou. Obviously, you've got DeAndre Hunter and John. I think John Collins went down today and got hurt. So they're playing a bit more small ball, fitting in those wings there a bit more. So I think he's fine. I think he's a bit of a short-term value add while those guys are out. But I would be very quick to drop him moving forward if another long-term guy like McDaniels or something like that comes up. He excited me. I drafted him at the start of the year. He's one of those guys that, like you said, no steals. He's not going to sort of give you any rebounds or blocks. Field goal percentage is up and down very, very wildly. So I feel like, there's only limited upside when a player like Bogey if you need points and threes. All right, let's move on to the next guy. Saben Lee is the next guy we're talking about in terms of the hot waiver wire pickups. He's the starting point guard for the Detroit Pistons at the moment because they basically have no other point guards. So today he had a big game, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, stealing a block, 2 threes. That's a very solid game. But do you think it is replicable, Cal?
You just glitched out a bit. Who we talking about?
Oh, sorry. Saben Lee is the guy we're talking about, point guard for the Detroit Pistons.
You give me a spiel first. Go for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I just think that he's he's a bit of value right now. I'd probably call him more of a stream than like a rest of season ad at this point. If you need the assists, if you need some steals. But I think we spoke about him a few times before. He'll have this sort of big game, but then follow it up, with a couple of points and a couple of rebounds. So again, I'm not going to drop anyone of value to him. Do you see it the same there, Cal?
Yeah, I don't think he's addable right now. Saben Lee, he had a good game. I think everyone's getting a bit overreacting a fair bit. I wouldn't add him. You could put him on your watch list if you want, but I'm not super high.
Yeah. I would I'd literally only stream him for assists if that was what you needed. Let's move on to one of the hype guys of the last couple of weeks, Mo Bamba. Give me your thoughts on the big Mo Bamba.
I almost picked him up. He's actually still a free agent. I probably could. Yeah. My team's punt blocks, so he doesn't really help my team a whole lot. But if you're not a punt blocks team like most of you guys out there, he's got some value. He had the 3 block game. I totally hate his game. I hate watching him play because he's like someone who is meant to be really agile and is like 7'2" and decides he can only spot up threes. That's all his game is. But the blocks are there. So I think he probably is worth an ad at this rate. If you can even just average 20 minutes a game, he'll still give you blocks and threes.
Yep. He's like that Chris Boucher kind of per minute monster, blocks, threes, decent free throw percentage for a big guy. So, I mean, the center rotation is still a bit murky over there. You've got Cam, I'm not sure of his first name, Birch starting. You've got Wendell Carter Jr. there. They're all sort of getting that, 15 to 20 minutes a night kind of role at the moment. So, he could end up being a winner. I see Birch kind of falling out of rotation there eventually, but it may take some time. But yeah, like I said, even in the limited minutes, if you need the blocks, and if you want, a good player with some good percentages and solid enough rebounds, he's not going to give you any assists. He's not going to give you any steals. Probably very limited points. Looks like his field goal percentage is not doing too well, although I think I can see that rising. Yeah, I think he's worth a speculative ad. I like him a bit more than a few of these other guys on the list. Let's go on to another guy we mentioned earlier in the pod, Chuma Okeke. You seem to like him a lot. You think he's a priority ad over the guys we spoke about so far?
Yeah, I think he's probably locked in for the minutes. So let's go Okeke. He's been playing pretty well. I don't have the stats up in front of me in terms of where he's ranking over the past week. We can probably get that up for you guys, but I think there's potential there. He's worth an ad. He's even worth a bit of a flyer in terms of, as we mentioned, if you have some low guys in your roster you can get rid of, throw a flyer. Yeah, 34th in the past week. So he's been putting up stats.
He has been putting up stats. It's on the back of some steals and good percentages, which I'm not sure how sustainable they are. So I'm going to temper expectations. I might not be quite as high as you, but I do think he's worth a speculative ad. I'm not dropping anyone of extreme value with him because I think the Orlando Magic are going to be a bit up and down to, finish the season off. They're going to be trying some new things, rotating their players. But I think of all the starters right now, he's the safest bet in terms of getting minutes. But yeah, I mean, the 2 out of the last 3 games, he shot over 60%. I don't think that's going to continue. I think his game where he had 14, 6, and 3 with a block, that's probably more what you're going to get. But even that's pretty valuable. He's still hitting the 3 threes. He'll get you the block. But yeah, probably that sort of back-end value as opposed to the sort of torrid start he's been on, being that starter. But I do like him as a speculative ad. Last guy here that I want to talk about for today, Cal, and it is Nerlens Noel. So obviously we've had the news that Mitchell Robinson has had a stress. I'm not sure if it's a stress fracture, but a fracture in his foot, and he
broke his foot.
Yeah, he might be out for the rest of the season. So for me, I think if you need blocks, if you need steals, rebounds, field goal percentage, this guy's a must-add player to me. So if he is available in your league, I would definitely be scooping him up the wide. Do you think he's must roster or?
Oh yeah, definitely. He'll get more minutes now. He's locked in the position. He was putting up literally like Mitch Robinson's numbers when Mitch Robinson was out. I think it was COVID. And he's just going to maintain that. So it'll be a kind of guy hovering in the 50s on a good week, and he'll definitely be a top 100 player.
Yeah, he's rostered in only 58% of leagues, so he is available in a fair few leagues out there. Last 2 games, he's put up over 30 minutes a game, and in total, he's given you 4 steals in 2 games and 7 blocks in 2 games, both with 11 rebounds in each game. So that's 22 rebounds in 2 games. So yeah, if you need those stats, he's going to be excellent. So I think he is a must roster player. So if he's on your wire, go look at him right now and pick him up. All right, well, that will do us for the podcast today, guys. Thanks for watching on YouTube, listening along on Spotify. Again, if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe, hit that notification bell down below, like the video. You can find us on Twitter at BallBoysNBA, and we will catch you next week. Good luck with your final trades for that trade deadline, and we'll see you later. Bye.